Okay, so hello, my name is Miranda Williams, and I'll be sharing my life story with you all for the next 6 minutes. Okay, so my name is Miranda Williams. I go to Asheville High School. I'm a senior now. I wasn't born in Asheville, but I've been here for a while. I moved here when I was in first grade. I was born in Florida, Fort Myers, Florida, and something that interests me, I would say, is social justice all around in every aspect. An important quote I like to live by is don't go through life, grow through life. I feel like it's something that I would have loved if someone would have told me when I was young and I was still developing, going through my adolescence period, but I'll tell it to you all now. So to begin with, me and my mom moved to Asheville in around, let's see, I want to say 2009, 2010, so around that frame. And we lived in this like apartment place. It's like over there by Mission. And we lived there for a brief, there it is. Oh, well, it's up here. It won't be up there yet. So we lived there for a while before we moved to Western Ministries, which is what you saw in that first slide. And that is, if you don't know, it's a homeless shelter. And that picture that you saw was actually took the other day, and it was the first time I had been back. And so as we talk about trauma tonight and addressing that, I had to address my own because I ignored it for so long. Ashton Park, that bench that you see right there, I've slept on it, and that was the first time I went to see it. And for the sake of their privacy, there was other people sleeping on it. And that broke my heart because almost 10 years later, people still use that bench to sleep. I want to leave you with another quote. You must have a level of disconnect to feel the urge to want to grow. I had to be uncomfortable where I was to want to become the person I am. I had to be dissatisfied with where I was in my life. So let's put this at 5-6 months later, we moved to PechaKucha Apartments. Actually, this was my old home. And these types of area comes with their own trauma. They carry their own weight. It made me different in a way. You know, from being in the shelter, I was quiet. I didn't really interact with people, and I still didn't. And I knew I was different, and that was okay. It was okay with me. So then this quote on the screen, the only way we can live is if we grow. The only way we can grow is if we change. You have to be that change. Even if other kids are doing something, you have to decide what you want to prioritize and where you want to go. And so that's where I am now. As a social scientist, I study social science a lot. So everyone knows that a child's environment is a direct reflection of their behavior. And I began to reflect like my environment. My actions reflected my environment. So I had to stop. And then this quote, you can stop the future, you can rewind the past. The only way to learn the secret is to press play. I had to keep going. I made mistakes just like everyone else, but there was no time to turn back and rewind the clock, so I had to find out what was next for me. So I'm happy to announce that now, in 2020, I let my past define me in the best ways. I am more involved in my community than I ever have been. I am a dual enrollment student at Asheville AB Tech. I am a regular part-time employee. I'm a doula. I am a racial equity ambassador. I help with the Regal Learning Pods. I do everything that I can to help and give back because I remember what it felt like to need someone to give back. So in conclusion, oh, this is a really good quote too, keep your ambitions away from people who belittle you. So in conclusion, I will continue to do what I do for as long as I can, no matter how tired I am, because for every one black girl there is like me addressing my trauma and dealing with my problems, there's 10 more who haven't even begun to acknowledge that they're going through trauma. Okay, and then this quote, my last quote that I'll leave you with, no one has ever achieved greatness without dreams. So I had to dream about where I wanted to go, and at first, that's all it seems like is a dream. But now I'm happy to announce that I'm on my way to college. So don't know where yet, but I've got my applications in and it's looking really good. I've had a nice, strong support team to help me through this entire process with letters of recommendations and applications and everything. And overall, I'm blessed to be in such circles with such strong Black women. So thank you all.